So I've been given a bit of a challengey offer thing from Lighty Collects, and I wasn't going to bother doing an answer to this, to be perfectly honest with you, but I've decided to do an answer to it, more from a point of view of showing you how not to ask people for sponsorship. This is an ideal training video. Go and watch it. I urge you to go and watch it on his channel. It's a great training video. And the reason it's a great training video is because everything about this video, whilst on the one hand this video is challenging me to sponsor this channel, it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who's challenging me to, or challenging anyone to sponsor a video. The point is, this is not, I heavily emphasise the word, not the way to get somebody to sponsor your channel. For a start, if I was going to ask somebody to sponsor my channel, I'd make myself a bit more presentable. I would make sure that I've had a shave. I would make sure that I've put a clean shirt on and dressed up, maybe put a tie on even. I would look my best. I mean, in the old days, you'd put a suit and a tie on if you were selling to somebody, because that's what this is. This is selling to me, regardless of the fact that it's a challenge. Challenge makes no difference. It's selling to me. I forgot my subliminal advertising. It was over there. Subliminal advertising. So, what's really important? What's really important is that if you want your channel to be sponsored and you want your channel to be supported, you need to put a bit of effort in.
What I really think. And what you're saying there is really quite interesting.
We'll get onto that bit in a minute. So, when I sponsor somebody, I sponsor somebody because I like what they're doing. That doesn't necessarily mean they're saying something favourable to me. It means I like what they're doing. Now, this guy did a video that actually had a go at me, but I liked it. It was a veiled have a go at me, didn't mention my name, and I liked the video that he had. I liked the content, and I said so. I wouldn't be interviewing for a job, sitting there without a shave, having a fag, and then sending that video and putting that video out online and saying, come on, you want to sponsor me, come on. You don't have a small reach of people and make demands. If, for example, pardon me, we were talking about someone like Christopher Collects, who's got something like, I don't know, is it 50,000 or 100,000 or more subscribers. Now, somebody like Christopher Collects can come in and he can almost, not write his own game, but he can almost write his own game because he's got the following. If you haven't got a following, you don't dictate. Very important lesson there.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Now, the opportunity to sponsor one video of mine per week.
It almost comes across as aggressive.
Are you man enough to do it?
Are you man enough to do it? You can come and sponsor me. I'll by my rules. You do it by my rules. Who's gonna go, oh yes please?
I've got involved with
who in their right mind, being spoken to like that, who in their right mind is going to go, yeah, all right, I'll sponsor you. You know, listen to this.
Send somebody an item that they wish to be reviewed.
Send an item that they wish to be reviewed. That's one way of sponsoring. I've done that. I do that with somebody.
The person doing the review.
You know. I don't need any more people reviewing.
Give away.
What he's doing here,
On my channel, have a look at them.
as the person wanting a sponsorship, what he's doing here is he's now dictating terms. He's telling me how sponsors,
so that's how a sponsorship works.
that's how a sponsorship works. Like I need to be told.
Could work.
I've been involved in this for 20, 30 years. Like I need to be told. I don't need to be told how a sponsorship works, thank you very much. I know how a sponsorship works. It works much the same as this. I bought this shirt because I liked it. Don't worry, I didn't waste money on it or anything like that because it was a Christmas present, Amazon voucher. Pardon me. I bought it because I liked it. What I don't do is I don't look through the catalogue for a shirt that I don't like and then buy it with my hard-earned money. That's what I don't do. I don't know about you, but I actually don't know anybody who will thumb through a catalogue, find something that they don't like, and then they're going to buy it. Don't know anybody that will do that. Generally speaking, we thumb through, we buy something that we like, and we see something that we like, and then we buy it. If you've got any kind of channel or reach, or, you know, you might have a Facebook page or whatever, Twitter page or whatever. Subliminal advertising. Keeps the tea warm, you see. Nice. Makes it taste nice as well. Must be something in the china. Anyway, the point is, the one thing you don't do is you don't tell people. You don't demand off anybody. Look at it another way. How many of you think that if you got up, if a bloke got up, I mean for a woman, I was going to say, bloke gets up, doesn't have a shave, doesn't bother having a shave, looks unkempt. How could you equate that for a woman? Maybe a woman gets out of bed and just puts her clothes on and doesn't get herself ready in the morning, or a bloke does the same thing almost. You look unkempt is what I'm saying. Regardless of man or woman, you look unkempt, right? You don't look clean and tidy. So you get up and then you go out and you want to go and get a job, right? So you go to an interview and you walk in looking not very smart, with a fag on, demanding, telling them what they're going to give you, what they're going to pay you, etc. How many of you think you're going to get very far in getting that job? Because I don't know any employer that would give you a job like that. Excuse me. So what you got to do is, if you want to ask somebody for money, if you want to ask somebody for sponsorship of any kind, then you need to approach them in the right way. Now, I won't sponsor anybody that slanders me. He is absolutely correct. I did say on that video, I'd sponsor anybody. It was a throwaway comment. It was a comment designed to sort of say to everybody, I've got no hard feelings against any of you. I like Hannah and Lou and Steve and Scott, etc. I have no bad feelings towards any of them. So it was me, you know, and I even like Warren. It's just that, unfortunately, mistake was made. He went off half-cocked. People got the wrong end of the stick. People got the wrong end idea. And it ruined my entire Christmas. And even now, I'm getting messages come through on my phone, and no doubt, I mean, I blocked on my other phone, but you come through on WhatsApp, and no doubt I will get some more messages come through after this one gets uploaded, and they're not very polite. You know, I mean, I've had my wife called a trollop on the text. Now, if you want to get sponsorship, the person that you want to get the money from, take my advice, or don't take my advice. It's up to you. But my advice is, the person that you want to get some money from, that you want to sponsor your channel, don't walk up to them and go, Don't do things like that, because you ain't gonna get nowhere. Don't have a go at the person's wife. The person that you want to sponsor your channel, you're making public that you want to sponsor your channel, and you then have a go and and quietly by private text say nasty messages and insult the man's wife, well, I don't think the guy's going to give you a job or a sponsorship or anything else for that matter. Subliminal. It's really important. I get people sending me messages about videos like this, and they go, Ian, you need to get on there and have a look at it. And I go, no, don't. Why do I need to get on there and have a look at it? Oh, because someone's saying this, and this, you know, you've got a challenge and all that. So I don't care. I absolutely don't care. This is one person sitting there making a little challenge, waiting for an answer, right? I have 100 people like this a day emailing me, getting in touch with me one way or another. Throwing, not 100 a day, but probably, you know, 100 a week, I would say. Quite easily 100 a week. I mean, it's non-stop. It's non-stop. And I don't give people the time of day that haven't got the courtesy to address me in a way that I would want to be addressed. And I would want to be addressed in a polite, courteous manner if somebody wants something from me. Otherwise, they get told to go and do one. I mean, I don't know about you, but if someone knocks on your door and starts demanding, I think you tell them to go and do one. So I don't answer things like this. I purposefully didn't watch it until right now. I just watched it all the way through right now. And I thought, well, okay, yeah, I will go on. I will go on and answer it, but I'm not going to answer it from the challenge point of view, open letter offer to TGBCH. And that, it makes no difference that it's Warren. It makes a difference who it is. It could be anybody. It doesn't matter. It could be somebody I like. It could be somebody I dislike. It makes no difference. When people start demanding from me, my heckles go up. And I think, well, if you're demanding, you better make it good then, because you've already got me anti. You've already got me not for it, because you're demanding. So I expect to be treated in a polite and courteous fashion. I do sponsor people. I sponsor people with giveaways. I give them giveaways and they give it away on their channels. I sponsor somebody with reviews, and I give them some coins and they do individual reviews on them. And I sponsor people in other ways. And some people can be sponsored in money. Absolutely they can. But in order to do that, you've got to have a channel that you want to sponsor. You've got to have a channel that's worth sponsoring. Right? I mean, it's coming across here like it's the sponsoree that makes all the dictations. No, it ain't. It's the sponsor that makes the dictations. That's why when a footballer that's being sponsored decides to go out on the town nowadays and get plastered and get himself photographed in a compromising position with a young girl, well, the sponsor is likely to drop him, because the sponsor doesn't want negative and bad publicity. And quite rightly so. In the old days, they would just let them get away with it. Nowadays, they don't. They drop them like a hot brick. Because they're not earning them money while they're getting them negative attention. Now, my advice, but you're not going to take it. My advice for this, asking me for a personal challenge and all the rest of it, my advice is this, is stop doing the coins and do you. That's my advice. Work through it. Because I think there's a lot of issues here, and I think you're not very well, and I think if there's somebody out there that lives near you or knows you or whatever, that they should spend some time with you and get you some help. This is not the way to speak to people. This is not the way to ask for a job. This is not the way to ask for sponsorship. This is not the way to ask for a single coin to review. You don't walk up to somebody, start poking them in the chest and go, come on then, put your money where your mouth is. Because that person's likely to say, look, just go and do one, will you? I'll talk to somebody else that's got a little bit more courtesy about it. So this finishes everything as far as I'm concerned. This is the last bit. You know, I'm not interested in having spats and talking about Warren. And, you know, Warren is just one individual person to me. There are 500 million people out there on YouTube. I'm not interested in the fact that one person disagrees with me, or one person's fallen out with me, or one person is challenging me. I don't pay one single bit of attention to it. I ain't got the time. I got far more important things to do. And I hope you have too. You know, I think Warren's channel should get supported from the sheer fact of helping him work through it. At the moment, you're saying on here that your channel is going up and blah, 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 blah. It's not, it's going down. The numbers are going down. That's because people are not liking what you're doing. That's the only reason your numbers go down, is because people don't like what you're doing. Change what you're doing, make the numbers go up. You have a really good opportunity here. Sort this out, change it, change your attitude, change the way you approach people, and I'm sure you will get sponsorship. All you've got to do is plug away at it. If you ask 10 people, you'll probably get told by 10 people to do one. But if you go out and ask 1,000 people, someone somewhere along the line will sponsor you, but they won't sponsor you when you poke them in the chest and you just start dictating terms. It's not going to happen. So there you go. That's what I've got to say about that. That's my response to the sponsorship challenge. And I will look at sponsoring any CoinTubers channel. Don't matter who you are, I'll look at it. I'm interested. I'm not saying every single person is guaranteed to get a sponsorship so that someone can go, oh, you're a liar, you're a liar. No, I will sponsor. I will look at sponsoring anybody. I won't sponsor anybody. I will look at sponsoring anybody. Then, depending on how that comes across and what the deal is and what their reach is and how much material they're putting up a week and how many people are looking at their vids and whether I like them and whether I like their content and all the rest of it, will depend on whether or not I sponsor that challenge. I'm old school. And whilst we all have the right to be as scruffy as we like, I'm old school. I choose not to sponsor someone that's going to come across in this way. This is not the way I want to pay somebody to come across. So that's my rules. Other people's rules are different. Someone else out there might like this, therefore I'm giving it airtime. I am giving you advertising. Hopefully someone will come along, they'll like your style, and they will come along and go, do you know what, Warren, I want to sponsor you. Bugger Ian, I want to sponsor you because I like your style. So you might get that from me just spreading the word a little bit. But for me, sorry, it's a no. Not interested. I need a little bit more professionalism. I need courtesy. I need politeness. I need to see a bit of smartness. I need to see a little bit of self-looking after and self-confidence and positivity, and you don't get it like this. Certainly don't get it sitting there smoking a fag and expecting me to be interested in that. I don't smoke on screen. I try not to smoke on screen. Been there, done that. The drinking, the smoking on screen, didn't like it. Don't like that taste. Not going to do it again. So there we go. That's my own tastes. That's not everybody else's tastes. Someone else out there might like this. And if you like this attitude and this way of doing it, get on there and sponsor him because he's looking for a sponsor. You know, but it's not for me. Thank you very much. All right then, this has been Ian, www.thegreatbritishcoinhunt.com. Last bit of subliminal advertising from the best mugs in the world. Wherever you are, these mugs are now going all over the world, you know. Bye for now.